We are starting our journey, Alessandro, in crowning the beer bracket's ultimate beer. We are taking the 4 beers in our perfect beer roundtable and we're pitting them together in a battle. The Guinness Draught, the ABT12. We have the first beer advancing. I have no idea where this is going to go.
I love how incredibly complex and contained the Weihenstephaner is.
The Weihenstephaner wheat beer will move on to face the ever so powerful Guinness to determine the first ever ultimate beer. Welcome back to Beer Brackets, everybody. Alessandra, we made it to the finals, man. We are going to be crowning the ultimate beer today.
Yes.
So we already saw Guinness triumphed and made it to the finals. Weihenstephaner Hefeweissbier triumphed over the Duchess of Burgundy and made it to the finals. Guinness trampled the ABT12, which was pretty amazing. I did not expect that one. Man, I'm so excited for this one. I have no idea which one of these two delicious, epic beers are going to come out on top and be crowned the first ever Beer Brackets ultimate beer. Do you have any predictions going into this?
I really don't, my friend. Like it's a tough one. It's a very tough one. That's my prediction. I know we're gonna have a very hard time picking between these two beers because I mean, look at them. They're equally delicious and perfect.
Guinness is obviously Guinness. We have a strong sentimental connection to it that we've talked about on this channel so much over the past year. Weihenstephaner, I mean, come on, it got the perfect beer rating for a reason. It is the ultimate example of a wheat beer. It is just perfect in what it does. So I have no idea who's going to come on top here. Again, these are very different styles for anybody watching at home. Obviously, we have a nitro-infused stout, and we have a German-style Weissbier. They could not be any more different, but they are going to go head-to-head in a vicious battle today to find out who is the ultimate beer. I think we should get right into it. Shall we crack them open?
Let's do it. It's time.
This epic, legendary tournament that'll go down in ages in all the leather-bound history books.
Let the battle begin.
Our forefathers predicted that this battle would happen one day. Look at that. Guinness is just on the pour. I'm tempted to give it a point, even though we're not giving a point for the pour. I'm tempted to just give it one. Just look at, you poured the Weihenstephaner first, huh?
I started with the Weihenstephaner, but I'll agree with you, my friend. Like the Guinness pour is something special, just visually to look at it. You get mesmerized.
It's just like, look at it. It's challenging the Weihenstephaner. It's just like, what are you gonna do? How are you gonna compete with this? We'll see. We'll see if it can. Got my proper glass for it here. Look at that. You know, the Weihenstephaner in itself has quite the amazing, breathtaking look to it. I mean, it's obviously extremely carbonated. The coloration on it, the body on it, and just the aroma that explodes out of the glass when you first open it up. It's just unbelievable.
Pretty amazing, I will say. They both are. What are we gonna do here? This is gonna be hard.
I can smell them both from where I'm sitting right here, and I have no idea which one I'm going to be choosing. So I'm going to need a little bit of time to ruminate on this and think about it to sharpen my barometer skills. So my friend, I will let you start. Let me know who is getting the first point in this final round.
Let's meditate a little bit.
Meditate a little. Don't meditate too long.
Oh, wow. That aroma on the Weihenstephaner. You get that classic wheat, banana, clove, a little bit of that citrus that is not there, but it's there.
The hidden citrus. The sneaky citrus.
Oh, that's amazing. And then, here we go. That dark, roasted character. I mean, you know what? Like, I'm just going to start calling it Guinness Aroma. It's just what it is because it's a combination of the...
You're branding it?
Yeah. It just you know, you smell it and you know that it's that. It's chocolate, dark chocolate, coffee,
very
but
recognizable,
roasted.
very distinct.
It's so unique. I mean, wow. Like I really think it just comes down to a personal connection and a personal spark. I think I'm gonna go with Guinness. And
Cool.
it's just like, I think it's a nostalgia thing. You know, it's the first beer that I kind of like fell in love with. It just goes right back to that connection. I discovered like wheat beer later. It took a little bit for me to get into them and appreciate them. So I think that probably that's where kind of like leaning a little bit more towards the aroma of the Guinness. What do you think, my friend?
Fair enough, good sir. Fair enough. I mean, yeah, the sentimental aspects of the Guinness, obviously. Weihenstephaner, though, very, very underrated aroma, I think. The way it just jumps out at you. Like you said, I mean, citrus, orange peel, orange zest, mixed with a little bit like vanilla as well. I'm going to have to give the edge to Guinness on the aroma as well. It's iconic. I don't think as amazing, as perfect as the aroma on Weihenstephaner is. The Guinness just makes me salivate a little more. It makes me want to go in. Those roasted malts are just unbelievably alluring.
Yes.
I can't, you know, the coffee, little hints of chocolate as well. It's just delicious. So Guinness, right now, my friend has a 2-0 lead, but you know what this means. We have to get into the taste. We get to taste these two delicious beers.
Yes.
Don't hurt yourself. Be careful. All right, take your time. Let me know what you think. Double cheers. That first sip of a pint of Guinness, unmatched. Oh, wow.
This is going to be tough, man. This is going to be tough. And it's incredible how even within the wheat beers, you know, it's just so unique. It's almost creamy, orange zest that it's there, but it's not there. And mixed with the acidity, it's just so well done. Guinness, on the other hand, has that like dark roasted character that just slaps you in the face. Like, it just, you can't ignore it. It's just right there. Like we said before, it's challenging you to a gentleman duel. So it's
gentle glove slap.
Yes, exactly. It's tough, but I'm gonna stay with Guinness, and it's just really a matter of previous experiences. That's all I can say. What do you think, my friend?
Fair enough.
What can you add?
They're both calling to me right now, man. The Guinness, like you said, like I said, the first sip of a Guinness pint, it's hard to judge because that first sip of a pint of Guinness is just unmatched.
It is.
Just, you feel the beer flowing through that nice, creamy, foamy head. It overtakes your palate, and you get like that first experience of the roasted malts and the coffee and the dark chocolate and just all that wonderful, wonderful, wonderful taste that Arthur Guinness has laid out for us decades and decades and decades ago. And then you have the Weihenstephaner, which is just, it's so straightforward and so blunt in what it does, but everything is so perfectly balanced. It's not too citrusy, it's not too hoppy, it's not too malty. It's just very balanced. Maybe it's sentimental reasons, man, but I'm gonna have to go with Guinness as well on this. It's a little bit more robust. It's a little bit more complete as a taste profile, I would think. And again, we're nitpicking here on two perfect beers, so it's very, very subjective. But man, Guinness is up 4-0 to start with. So now the mouthfeel. You know, I don't have anything left in my cans, man. I can't freshen up for the mouthfeel. I poured everything out.
Me too, my friend. Actually, I do have a little bit for the Weihenstephaner. So
Oh wait. I do. I have a little bit of the Weihenstephaner too.
So let's freshen that up.
Okay, crisis averted. I thought like the whole video was ruined.
But no worries, because Guinness is designed to be poured completely into the glass. So
there you go.
There.
I don't like breaking beer bracket traditions, man. I'm all about traditions. I don't like breaking them at all. And the mouthfeel tradition is one of my favorite, most beloved traditions.
I love it. I love it too.
I know. This is gonna be hard.
Again, big challenge here. It's incredible how these two beers that are incredibly different in taste and aroma somehow share similarities for me in the mouthfeel, in the sense that they have both a little bit of creaminess for different reasons, obviously. Guinness
weird
has
for this one to be creamy, but yeah.
Yeah. Guinness has that like nitrogen classic, smooth and silky. But
all right, at this point, I'm just drinking the Guinness. I'm just enjoying it.
but the Weihenstephaner, on the other hand, has this almost gentle, velvety. It's. I think that what is giving the winner an edge is a component that comes out even more when I'm tasting them back to back. It's a slight savoriness And that, my friend, is Guinness. I think it's the roastiness. What do you think?
5-0 for Guinness. Wow. I agree with everything you just said. The thing is with the Weihenstephaner, what I like about it is obviously the extra bit of carbonation that you're not going to get on the Guinness gives it that little bit of effervescence, which is a nice little bonus on top of everything. But it has that element of creaminess, which you wouldn't expect because it's obviously the Guinness is nitro infused with that little widget in the can there. The Weihenstephaner is not. It's highly carbonated, but there is a little bit of creaminess to it, which is, that starchiness from the wheat. Wheat beers do tend to have that little bit of creaminess to them. I'm actually going to give the Weihenstephaner the point on the mouthfeel. Obviously, they're both fantastic, but I feel as though that extra little kick of carbonation just puts it over the top for me as compared to Guinness. But moving on, my friend, to the finish. These beers both have interesting finishes. Which one do you think is superior for you today?
So, the finish.
Again, I'm just drinking the Guinness.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting back drinking a pint of Guinness.
You can kind of tell on the level. Oh, we refilled the Weihenstephaner a little bit. So Guinness has that very subtle and gentle finish that is there, but it's also not. Like it kind of like waves in the distance to remind you to go back in the glass. And it works because, once you start drinking the pint, like you really want to finish it. It's just like you can't stop.
Yeah.
But the Weihenstephaner has an incredible complexity, still being subtle. Like that orange peel that we talked about comes out a little bit more in the finish. The creaminess lingers a little bit longer. So I'm actually going to give this point to the Weihenstephaner because the finish is surprising. So what do you think, my friend?
5-2. 5-2. I'm going to have to go with Weihenstephaner as well. I love the Guinness finish. Obviously, the dark roasted malts, that coffee bitterness, it's delicious, it's inviting, it makes you want to go in for another sip. The Weihenstephaner is just a little bit more complex. And one of the reasons why I love Guinness is its subtlety. But the complexity of the Weihenstephaner is kind of, if you're comparing them head to head, it's going to be what gives it a little bit of the edge. Sort of a caramelized orange peel, that zest that you get on the finish. With a little bit of bitterness. It stays a little bit longer than the Guinness finish as well. And for me, it just slightly more inviting to make me want to go in and take another sip. So we're at 5-3 right now, my friend. I mean, Weihenstephaner is catching up a little bit. It's going to have to probably take the majority of the remaining points if it's going to have a chance to tie it. You don't have to take both of them. But as an overall beer experience, what do you think?
This is where the intangible comes to play. And this is a tough one.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's a chance here for one of these two beers. To be honest with you.
Well, if you follow our channel, I think you might have guessed that here I'm gonna go with Guinness. I mean, this is too much of it's a little bit asking too much from the Weihenstephaner, and this again has nothing to do with the amazing experience that this beer is able to provide. It's strictly a sentimental value that I personally attribute to this beer, to the experiences that I've had, and to the taste that just takes me back every time I have a pint of it. So what do you think, my friend?
Well, I mean, the Weihenstephaner has no chance of coming back and winning at this point, but I gotta say, we met over a pint of Guinness, and I think it's only fitting that Guinness become the first ultimate beer on our channel here. So, cheers to you, my friend. Cheers to Guinness, and
cheers.
Let's crown it as the first ever Beer Brackets ultimate beer. How this is going to work, whenever we do a review and a beer gets a perfect score, that new perfect beer will challenge the ultimate beer. So we'll constantly have new versus episodes coming out if you enjoyed this one, so keep an eye open for that. You might be wondering, well guys, Joe, Alessandro, what about the Erdinger Dunkel? That got a perfect score. Yes it did. The Erdinger Dunkel. Say,
Erdinger Dunkel.
Saying that one really fast. The Erdinger Dunkel is going to be the first challenger to Guinness Draught. So keep an eye open for that one. Everybody, thanks so much for joining us. Let us know down below if you were pitting these two beers against each other, which one will come out on top for you and why. We're dying to hear. Please let us know in the comments. keep an eye open for the challenger to come and take Guinness's throne. We'll see. I don't know, to be honest with you, Matt. I don't know who's going to steal Guinness's throne. It's going to take a pretty special beer. Dunkel's a pretty special beer, so it has a chance.
It might have a chance. Don't forget to close your beer brackets.
We're still working on both our brackets, but we're not going to forget to close them.